Alright, so in your notes, this is going to be the examples, parabolas video number 2, and we're going to look at 2 examples of changing into the standard form for each parabola. So the first thing that you want to look at is to see which variable is squared. So you can see here the x's are squared. So my personal preference is to keep everything that's squared and put it on the left-hand side. So I'm just going to flip-flop everything here. So I'm going to have 2x squared plus 40x plus 207 is equal to y. Literally, I just flipped the two sides. And then I'm going to take my constant and I'm going to move it over to the right. So now I've got 2x squared plus 40x is equal to y minus 207. Alright, then we're going to complete the square on the left-hand side. And remember, in order to complete the square, our leading coefficient of our squared term has to be 1. So I'm going to factor the 2 out. So I've got 2 times x squared plus 20x plus, take half of 20, that's 10, and square it. And I've got to take care of that on the other side also. So y minus 207, I'm really adding 10 squared times 2. So plus 2 times 10 squared. Alright, so then I've got 2 times, the stuff in the parentheses is going to factor to x plus 10 squared. And then on the right hand side I end up with y minus 7. Okay, so if you remember, our standard form is x minus h squared equals 4p times y minus k. So I don't have a coefficient here, but I do have one over here, so I need to get rid of that one. So I'm just going to multiply through by a half. I'm really dividing by 2, but I want to keep it in a form that that I like. So get rid of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply through by 1/2. So multiply through by a half. And then the half and the 2 over here, those are going to cancel each other out. So I'm left with x plus 10 squared is equal to 1/2 times y minus 7. So here's our standard form, and just for a little extra practice, I'm going to pull some information off of this equation so we can find the vertex. Vertex is hk, so h is negative 10 and k is 7. Since the x is squared over here, x squared, that tells us that this is vertical. And then over here I can see that this is actually 4p because it matches with this over here. But since this whole coefficient here is positive, we know that p is positive. Okay, and what that tells us is that it's going to open up. And again, this 1/2 is actually 4p, so I know that 4p is equal to 1/2. So if I multiply through by 1/4, the 1/4 times the 4, we just end up with p, and 1/4 times 1/2 is 1/8. So p is 1/8. And again, the importance of p when we look at some graphing is that we're going to start at our vertex, and since this opens up, we're going to go up 1/8 to get to the focus, and we're going to go down 1/8 to get to the directrix. Alright, so that's example 1. Example 2 we'll do in the next video. Write down any questions and make sure you ask when you get in class.